Alabama rolls to victory in the Cotton Bowl today, and now with 2:37 left to play, number 2 ranked Florida State leading Oklahoma 17-10. Who is number 1? The Dogs of Georgia?
Listen, anybody can make a claim. It's the team that goes undefeated. When Arizona State was 12-0, they didn't get there. I think Georgia came into this ball game number 1. It's close. Florida State has impressed me, something I didn't expect to see, really.
Watts throws. Steve Rhodes catches the ball. It's a foot race. Rhodes has the hamstring pull. He'll have a problem, but he does get down to the 35-yard line. A great play by a young man who is not expected to play. 42 yards, and we talked about the Sooners and their ability to strike fast, and they do here. 2:26 to go.
What a great catch. This kid comes up injured. All of a sudden, you know, he walked up to Barry Switzer and said, "Coach, let me have a go at it. I'm not saving my leg for anything special." This means a little bit to all of us. He went in, not only ran a fine pattern, but took the ball away in the crowd. That's a fine catch. Puts him in field position.
JC's going to let it rip again. He's got the long one going. It's a little bit too long. As streaking down the far flank was the freshman sprinter, Jim Rockford.
And you notice Rhodes had to come out of the ball game. His leg will not let him go deep for the ball. He got one play out of it. Now let's take a look at the reception he did make. He ran down about 25 yards, went to the outside, got away from the defensive back. Had his leg been well, he may have been gone.
That's right. He had the defense to step on him when he got the ball. He had to take it away from a defender. Watts has put the ball up 9 times in the game, completed 5 for 106 yards, but you'll be seeing him pitch down the stretch here with 2:11 left to go. It's 2nd down and 10 for Oklahoma. Sooners are down by 7, 17-10. 2:10 left to play. Watts throws, man is open. He's got Chet Winters. And Winters puts a move on, dekes his man, and gets it down to the 22. It's a first down for Oklahoma, a 14-yard gain on the play.
You know, that's what goes unrecognized is some of the pass catching ability of the backs from Oklahoma. They don't throw the ball, so you don't know whether they're good pass receivers or not. That man took that ball like it was an extension of his arm, got away from a linebacker, and almost beat 2 more to get free.
There is, of course, in the event of a tie game, no overtime in college football, but there is the option for the 2-point conversion. And you know if Oklahoma gets in, they'll be doing that. It's intercepted and lost. Florida State's Gary Futch had the ball, was looking at the end zone, way downfield, 70 yards away. Whether he got in there is questionable, but he could have had an interception.
Well, those balls look so easy to catch, but you take a defensive tackle who's involved in the totality of the ball game, you think he could put it away, but he's wearing great big old gloves. That ball goes anywhere it wants to when they get their hands on it. Look at Jim Gilbert down on the bottom of the pile, forcing Watts to throw.
1:48 to go. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Sooners. Watts sent the rollout, stands in, eludes the rush. J.C. Watts has a channel. He gets a great block, and Watts is out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Terry Crouch, a 275-pound guard, literally put a Florida State defender flat on his back, and that gave J.C. Watts the room to go 11 yards. And the Sooners drive on. They could be going into the end zone, and then they'd go for 2 to try to get the win. With 1:38 to play now. What a game.
Just a man like J.C. Watts can make that play happen. Defensively, the play had no chance. Watts got out from 2 or 3 tacklers, outran the pursuit, picked up a first down. They've got 1:38 left to play. They've still got a couple timeouts remaining. They got all the time they need to do whatever they want, but they've got to get it here. I don't think they'd go for a tie if they do get it.
Coaches get old. This does the aging. Here's a throw. Oh, man, it was almost an interception by Jarvis Coursey. There was a Sooner, Jim Rockford, open in the end zone. The pass came in a little low. And Jarvis Coursey, defensive end who drops back like a linebacker, almost had it.
That would have topped off one of the finest performances that I've seen in the Orange Bowl from what is considered to be a steady, everyday, do-your-job yeoman football player. This guy has been truly outstanding. He's been in the right spot all night long, and he came up with a fine defensive play, did everything but get the ball.
.133 left to go. It's 2nd down and 10. Here's J.C. Watts with the throw, and a man has the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. Steve Rhodes gets it. He came back in. He wasn't supposed to play. He caught the 42-yarder, went out again with a hamstring, and J.C. Rhodes hurt, but fighting back. And Steve Rhodes, and J.C. Watts hurt just as badly earlier in the game, fighting back himself. And they get Oklahoma in the end zone, and now with 1:27 left to play.
You can see they caught the Seminoles in a little bit of a mix-up defensively. They were caught right at the snap of the ball. They fast huddled them. They got up. Rhodes ran a fine pattern. J.C. put the ball where it had to be thrown because he couldn't have put a lot on the ball. He had to take enough off because you see Bobby Butler's in a pretty good position. He's got to leave it out there, let it hang a bit. Rhodes comes up with the ball. They're not going for any 1 point. Foul that.
Rhodes there going for 2. 1:27 to go. The football game could be on the line with this play. J.C. rolls out. Man is open. Oklahoma takes the lead as he hits Morris Melora, his tight end. What a great, great drive. What a football game this is.
Don, that is the first time anyone has scored in the fourth quarter all year. With 3 minutes to go to end the season, it's only a team like Oklahoma that could put on a show like that. Give J.C. Watts credit. Give Rhodes credit. Give the whole group of Oklahoma Sooners credit because they kept their composure. That's a very hard thing to do when all around is going nuts. These guys have, and the game isn't over yet. There's still 1:27 left to play.
Here it is. J.C. Watts rolls out, lofts it high over the defense, and Flores Flora comes down with the ball. He's made some big, big plays for Oklahoma. He makes one every time he tries to block because he's one of the best blockers in football.
Don't think that being a good blocker doesn't give you an edge because you can get out on those linebackers because they're concerned with you knocking them down.
Oklahoma rallies back, and Oklahoma takes the lead 18-17 in what has to be one of the great Orange Bowl games ever.